Welcome back to The Global Divide. Today we're tackling a potentially seismic issue rippling outwards from the world's second-largest economy, China's unfolding tax crisis. Whispers among analysts suggest this isn't just a minor fiscal hiccup. Some are even positing that its severity could eclipse the economic fallout of the global pandemic. The question on many minds is stark: is China facing a fundamental financial breaking point? We're going to dissect the intricate roots of this revenue slump, explore its multifaceted effects within China and across the globe, and examine the measures Beijing is attempting to implement to navigate these turbulent waters. China is currently grappling with a notable and concerning decline in tax revenue. What makes this particularly striking is that this downward trend began in the latter part of 2023, persisting even amidst official reports of continued economic growth. This divergence, growth on paper not translating to tax receipts, strongly indicates a systemic issue within China's fiscal framework. It suggests that the reported economic activity might be unevenly distributed, failing to generate widespread taxable income, or that the mechanisms for collecting taxes are facing significant challenges. We'll delve deeper into the possible reasons behind this disconnect, from shifts in corporate profitability to potential issues with tax compliance and the overall health of different sectors of the Chinese economy. To truly understand the vulnerability exposed by the current tax crisis, we need to rewind to the tax reforms of the 1990s. These reforms inadvertently created a fiscal imbalance between China's central government and its numerous local administrations. Over the subsequent decades, local governments became increasingly, and in some cases overwhelmingly, reliant on the revenue generated from the sale of land to developers. This model worked effectively during the boom years of China's property market. However, when this very property market began its dramatic and, for many, unexpected collapse, this crucial revenue lifeline for local governments was abruptly severed. We'll explore the mechanics of this land sale dependency and why the property market downturn has had such a direct and devastating impact on local government finances, leaving them in a precarious position. Looking further into the past, the financial policies enacted by Beijing, particularly the significant stimulus measures rolled out in response to the 2008 global financial crisis, inadvertently contributed to the current predicament. These stimulus efforts led to a substantial increase in borrowing by local governments as they spearheaded infrastructure projects and other initiatives aimed at boosting growth. Now, these debts are coming due in an economic environment complicated by deflation. Deflation, the sustained decrease in the general price level of goods and services, is further exacerbating the tax crisis. It puts downward pressure on business profits, reduces consumer spending power, and consequently leads to lower overall tax revenue for the government at all levels. We'll examine how this deflationary environment is acting as a headwind against China's efforts to stabilize its fiscal situation. The collapse of China's once booming property market is not just an isolated issue affecting developers and homeowners. Its impact is far more widespread and deeply intertwined with the health of the entire Chinese economy. The downturn has severely curtailed land sales, as we've discussed, directly hitting local government revenues. But it's also affecting a vast network of related industries, from construction and building materials to furniture and household appliances. This slowdown in a major sector is creating a ripple effect, impacting employment, investment, and overall economic sentiment. We'll analyze how this cascading impact is further contributing to the decline in tax revenue and posing a significant challenge to China's economic stability. In the face of dwindling tax revenues, the Chinese government has reportedly intensified its efforts in tax collection. While the need to shore up public finances is understandable, the methods employed, which some describe as aggressive, are raising concerns within the business community. Increased scrutiny and more stringent enforcement can create an environment of uncertainty for businesses, potentially discouraging investment and expansion. This, in turn, could further hinder economic growth and ultimately undermine the very tax base the government is trying to protect. We'll discuss the potential risks of this approach and the delicate balance the government needs to strike between revenue generation and fostering a healthy business climate. The tax crisis unfolding in China is far from being solely a domestic concern. Given China's pivotal role in the global economy as a major manufacturing hub and a significant consumer market, its financial health has direct repercussions worldwide. The crisis is already leading to cutbacks in public services within China, which can have social and economic consequences that indirectly affect global trade. Furthermore, the economic uncertainty in China is prompting some other countries to reevaluate their economic reliance on Beijing, exploring diversification of supply chains and markets. The potential for a significant Chinese economic slowdown, or even a recession, carries substantial risks for global growth and stability. We'll explore these international ramifications and the ways in which China's fiscal challenges could reshape the global economic landscape. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, the Chinese government is actively exploring and implementing various measures aimed at addressing the tax crisis and overhauling its fiscal system. Among the potential reforms under consideration is the implementation of a nationwide property tax, which could provide a more stable and recurring revenue source for local governments, albeit one that faces considerable political and practical hurdles. Beijing is also looking at ways to boost personal income tax revenue and is reevaluating the mechanisms of government spending and borrowing, particularly at the local level where debt burdens have become substantial. We'll examine these proposed and ongoing reforms, their potential benefits, and the significant challenges that lie ahead in their implementation. While the Chinese government is taking steps to address the tax crisis, the path to recovery is fraught with challenges and uncertainties. The implementation of major fiscal reforms is often a slow and complex process, and it remains unclear whether the measures being considered will be sufficient to fully resolve the deep-seated issues. The risk of prolonged economic instability in China remains a real concern, and the potential for further negative consequences, both domestically and globally, cannot be discounted. We'll discuss the key hurdles China faces in navigating this crisis and offer a perspective on the potential future trajectory of its economy and its impact on the world. China's tax crisis is a multifaceted challenge with significant global implications that warrants close attention. What are your analyses and predictions regarding this situation? How do you anticipate it will shape the future of the global economy and international relations? Share your insights and opinions in the comment section below. If you found this in-depth analysis valuable, please give this video a like and subscribe to The Global Divide for more comprehensive coverage of the critical economic and political forces shaping our interconnected world.